Cam Newton became an NFL star within his first year in the league and was named a Pro Bowler in his first year. But 10 years later, Cam Newton isn't even in the league. Well, today we're going to talk about the rise and the fall of Cam Newton and his football career. Cam Newton was rated as a 5-star quarterback and labeled as a can't-miss prospect at the quarterback position coming out of high school when he committed to play football at the University of Florida. During Newton's freshman year at Florida, he was the backup to starting quarterback Tim Tebow, who ended up winning Heisman that year. But Newton did show his potential in the playing time that he did get. During his sophomore season, he ended up getting hurt, which affected his playing time, and he started having off-the-field issues. Cam was arrested for stealing a laptop and then lying about it and throwing it out of the window to cover it up while at the University of Florida, and he was charged with felony accounts of burglary, larceny, and obstructing justice. There are also reports that he cheated multiple times while at Florida, so it definitely didn't go as planned. After all of this, Newton transferred to a JUCO school named Blinn College. While at Blinn College, Cam Newton threw for 2,833 passing yards with a 61 completion percentage, and he threw for 22 passing touchdowns while rushing for 655 yards and 16 rushing touchdowns. After playing 1 year at JUCO, Cam was rated a 5-star recruit again, and he committed to Auburn. Cam Newton won the Heisman Trophy and led Auburn to a national championship victory over Oregon in his 1 year at Auburn. After winning Heisman and winning a national championship, Cam Newton entered the 2011 NFL Draft and was drafted number 1 in the draft by the Carolina Panthers. In his first season with the Panthers, Cam Newton won the Offensive Rookie of the Year and made the Pro Bowl while leading the Panthers to a 6-10 record. Cam Newton was already becoming a star within his first year in the league because he was a rare NFL talent with his passing and his running ability. And over the next couple years, Cam Newton and this Panthers team continued to get better and better, leading us to 2015 when he led the Panthers to a 15-1 record. This season was his most efficient season as a passer, and he was incredible in the run game. This year he started his famous dance celebration, the dab, and Cam Newton ended up winning the NFL MVP this year, but lost in the Super Bowl to Peyton Manning in the Denver Broncos. After this season, though, the Panthers were never quite able to replicate this success. Over the next 3 seasons, the Panthers only had 1 winning season and never won any more playoff games with Cam Newton as their quarterback. In 2019, Cam Newton dealt with injuries which resulted in him only playing 2 games all season, and after seeing the direction of the franchise was obviously changing, Cam Newton was released and he then signed with the Patriots for the 2020 season after Tom Brady had just left the Patriots. The Patriots went 7-9 with Cam Newton this season, and Cam Newton had 8 passing touchdowns and 10 interceptions, so it was obvious that Cam's passing had gotten worse and he was mainly useful as a runner at this point. After his 1 season in New England, the Patriots drafted quarterback Mac Jones from Alabama in the first round, which led to the Patriots releasing Cam Newton. Following his season with the Patriots, he ended up returning to the Carolina Panthers, but the reunion didn't go as planned because the Panthers were 0-5 in the games Cam Newton started. He threw for 4 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, and the only cool thing from this season was his celebration in his first game back.
Newton takes the snap, and he is...
He definitely was back on the team, but definitely not back like his older self. Cam Newton has not been signed since his past season with the Panthers, even though Cam says there aren't 32 guys better than him. But one NFL GM said, Newton has a persona that is too big to let him be a backup, even if he'd want the role. They also said Cam's belief that he's good enough to start suggests that he doesn't want any backup role, even though Cam has said that he would play as a backup. But it seems as if teams don't believe Cam Newton can be a backup quarterback in the NFL and that you can't have him in your locker room unless he's starting. Well, Cam Newton has obviously overcome a lot of ups and downs in his career, and it's inspiring to see how he went from JUCO to an NFL MVP after all that trouble. I hope you enjoyed the video and comment which NFL players rise or fall you want to see next on NFL Empire.